Hello and welcome back to this edition of Daily Actives brought to you by Bootleg Macro. I'm Dustin. We are looking at NIO, the car company, which has had an amazing day, up 6.11%. Booyah! When we look at the way the price action has been very recently inside of NIO, what I'd love to see, and especially what I'd love to say, is that it's at 3 standard deviations above its 23-day average. That's what it means when you see the red lettering with the white background in my specific protocol here, or my model that I built for myself. And it's great because yesterday we saw that it had red lettering with a black background, or red background with black lettering, excuse me. That meant that it was only 2 standard deviations above its 23-day average. So now to see it back up above, that means that you are getting an aggressive move, which obviously is reflected right here in this chart, where you can see we got a drop down and we got a pop back up. Now, what's really fascinating to me is that we didn't see a humongous breakout in volume. We saw some big days of volume at the end of July where we saw over 100 million shares traded. We haven't had over 100 million shares. We've actually been generally declining in volume. Now, it would say here that volume was increasing, but it looks like volume has been declining over the 3 days. Over 3 days, we're definitely down over the past week or so. But I guess that's not really indicative of what it's been like because we had some massively small days of volume in the middle of July. Now, we do flip back positive on the 1 day, 5 day, 15 day, 1 month, 3 month, and 6 month, which if you look, we did just flip off the 6 month being negative and rolling positive, which was a great price to buy at 13.17 in NIO. I mean, I think the small things matter, but you pay attention to what you want. Now we're looking here at the regular signal. We see that it's a go long, go long, go long on the short term, intermediate term, and longer term as well. We also notice that what we have here in the daily sentiment on the short term, intermediate term, and longer term, we do see that we are bullish across the board, which is very good to see. The one thing that is super fascinating to me, at least, is that we've seen essentially when we got a bottom in bullishness in March of 2023, we essentially haven't gone back. We've been riding higher, just gliding to a higher price here in NIO. Now, I do see that we've had a buy signal on my trading signals. We've had buy since the 27th. We've had a buy since the 31st. And those have been very good. We did get a big bull as well as a small bull kind of included in that. That was really positive to see. Let's look at the charts. But before you do, remind yourself, go get 25 stocks in your inbox on Sundays. I'll tell you more about it at the end of the video. Now, when we're looking at the ultra fast sentiment, this is really more up close of what the sentiment is doing over the past 2 days compared to the previous 2 days. So this is going to be a little bit more extreme. And obviously, as you can tell, it's going to get up to 69%, which is very hard on this indicator if you watch my videos. Normally, that indicator tops at around 60%. Now we're looking at the trade range. If you know or watching my other videos, what you're going to know just based on seeing the expansiveness of the top of the range versus the bottom of the range, you're going to know that volatility is breaking out. Now, what I find to be fascinating, while the daily chart may mean something, I really want to take a quick look at the weekly chart. And the reason why is because this only goes through last Friday. So it only goes through the month of July. But it's really indicative of the fact that on the weekly, NIO has been really compressed in volume and volatility. And that this breakout that we're seeing right now, while it may seem extreme and it may seem nuts to see it up like 40% in a few days or weeks or whatever, the type of move really is more longer term than it is shorter term as a catalyst. And that is a very positive, encouraging sign. What we see right now is we have the price correlation, which is actually positive. I wonder if the volatility is breaking out as well. So that's really great to see. We see the volatility breaking out. And this is what I mean when I think about things in Tesla or in other stocks. When you see the volatility at a high level already, it was already at the highest level it had been in 9 months, and then it explodes higher. Like percentages wise, when you think about it being from 4.2 to being up to 5.5, I mean, you're almost up 50% in just a little over a week. So that type of a move, along with when the correlation stays positive and then rises with it, the correlation was starting to fall and then rose with it because it's following what the price is doing. This is telling you that the price action in the market is actually driving the price. Like the derivative of volatility and volume and price correlation is not necessarily driving what the price is doing. It's the difference between like speed and acceleration. I know this may be confusing. Look up the difference and try to understand what it means to look at like the second derivative of something. But like when we see the daily sentiment indicator here, it's again just been rising. It's been up at 71%, which is just an insane number. It could easily break back down. 50% means the market's in balance. You can still rise at 51%, but this thing's up at 71%. It's an incredible move that NIO's been a part of recently. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Are you long? Are you short? Do you like it? Do you love it? Is this even a good review? And do not forget to subscribe to the New High newsletter. We send you 25 stocks to your inbox every Sunday at 9 a.m. I'll talk to you soon.